fellow adventurers, and happy Valentine's Day. In my last review of Riven, I mentioned that this time I'd be playing a game with cats. Well, as some of you may have guessed, that game is The Cat Lady, a psychological horror adventure from Polish game developer Remigiusz... Mikowski. Before we go any further, I should warn you that this game is not for the faint of heart, which becomes quite apparent just from watching the opening sequence. Don't worry though, because this is all just a dream, and you won't have to play through the game with only one arm. So let's meet our main protagonist.
My name is Susan Ashworth. I live alone in this old 2-bedroom flat. I rarely go outside. Some would say it's a lonely life, and I guess that's true, but I don't like people's company. Not lately, anyway.
We join Susan just as she's attempted suicide by overdosing on pills, and she's transported to a scene that could be the afterlife. This isn't a place of peace and tranquility, however, it's more like a nightmarish vision of purgatory where Susan meets a strange old lady.
Who are you?
I have so many names, it's hard to pick one.
Okay, so which name would you prefer to be called?
The Queen of Maggots.
Queen of Maggots, huh? Couldn't I just call you Maggie for short? All joking aside though, her character can be interpreted in different ways, whether you see her as the personification of death, the devil, or despair. She also appears in the developer's first game, Downfall, where despite her deathly appearance, she's portrayed in a darkly comic way. Maggie gives Susan the task of exterminating what she calls parasites. She also grants her the power of immortality, which for Susan is more of a curse than a blessing.
Please, can't you just let me die?
I've made the decision.
We wake up in the hospital having been saved by an anonymous benefactor, and our first task is to figure out how to escape. This is achieved by the classic distract someone to do what they don't want you to do trick. They reminded me of Zap McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders. Between the scenes in the hospital, Susan undergoes therapy sessions with the mysterious Dr. X, who seems like such a friendly chap. Not everything is as it seems in this game though, and behind closed doors the Doctor enjoys torturing women and turning them into living portraits.
Would you like me to dance for you? Unlike you, I know all art needs to be appreciated. Your scream is like a poem without words.
Now that's fucked up.
Anyway, in his ostensible role as therapist, the Doctor questions Susan on her personal life, and based on what dialogue options you choose, her backstory is played out. This adds to the game's replayability as Susan's story can change each time. There's also different ways of dealing with this situation, such as how to take care of Dr. X.
Do you believe in karma, Doc? What's up, Doc?
Susan finds herself back home again, living alone in her flat on Helen Road, which ominously reads as Hell Road due to some unfortunate weathering. So you may be wondering where all the cats are and why Susan is called the Cat Lady. Well, it's because whenever she plays the piano, all the stray cats in the neighborhood flock to her. Her favorite cat is called Teacup.
You're a good friend. The best friend I have, really. The only friend in the whole fucking world.
Susan's solitary life is about to change, however, with the arrival of an unexpected guest.
My name is Mitzi Hunt.
Turns out Mitzi was the one who saved Susan's life and brought her to the hospital, which Susan isn't too happy about at first. Without taking no for an answer, Mitzi talks Susan into letting her move into the spare bedroom, and thus begins a relationship between the two that is the true heart of the game.
Hope you don't mind creepy posters.
On the left you can see part of a poster for Downfall, which along with the Cat Lady are the first two parts of a trilogy called The Devil Came Through Here, with the third part, Lorelai, currently in development. From early teasers, it features a girl with roses in her hair, who it's speculated is the Queen of Maggots herself. If that's the case, she certainly underwent a startling transformation. Lorelai also looks to have a striking visual style just like the cat lady, which is mostly in shades of black, white, and grey, with some coloured elements that make them stand out from the background, such as the blue outfits worn in the hospital, splashes of blood, or the yellow glow of a cat's eyes. It blurs the line between dream and reality, so you're never quite sure what's real and what's not. Here, for example, Susan is trapped in limbo between life and death.
Nasty Dr. X. Little Susan.
Who are you?
I am the Crow, of course.
In order to escape, she's given the choice between two doors guarded by nightmarish dolls, one which always tells the truth and one which always lies. Where have I heard that before?
And I should warn you that one of us always tells the truth and one of us always lies.
With its bleak and brooding atmosphere, the cat lady feels like it took some inspiration from Silent Hill.
Damn fog. I can't see where I'm going.
It even has its own bloodthirsty nurse. It isn't without a sense of humor, however, even in the face of such violence and trauma. Mitzi especially brings some lighthearted comic relief.
While I'm gone, think of a vegetable.
What? Why?
To keep your mind occupied. I bet I can guess which vegetable you were thinking of when I'm back.
Let me think. A carrot?
Yes. A carrot. That's amazing. How did you know?
I can read minds. The funniest part for me is the scene with the nanny Rita Tickle.
I've been sent by the agency. My name is Rita Tickle. May I come in, please?
Susan tries to get rid of her, but she just keeps coming back.
My name is Rita Tickle, from the Happy Nanny Agency. May I come in, please?
This is the longest chapter of the game, where Susan and Mitzi investigate all the flats in the building to find someone they're searching for. Although I really like this idea, I felt like it dragged on a bit too long, and you have to keep walking up and down the stairs.
Really wish there was an elevator in this building.
Now Susan tells the story of the Cat Widow, where you can make up what happens through different dialogue choices.
A giant, blood-soaked zombie cat sat on his bed.
Now that's really stupid.
Stupid? Zombie cats are real. I have proof. You actually get to control a cat at one point, though it's only for a short time and your actions are limited. Another interesting idea that wasn't really developed much is a red and blue meter that shows Susan's mental state. Her stress level goes up whenever she gets scared or upset, but whatever you do, Susan inevitably suffers a breakdown. I should mention the soundtrack, which fits the game perfectly, and is used very effectively here to reflect Susan's state of mind. At other times, the music and visuals can evoke a beautiful melancholy.
Standing by the river, I wonder, do I need a stone? No. My heart is heavy enough. It will drag me down for sure.
It's especially poignant to see Susan's character develop from someone who has no hope for the future to fighting back and facing her inner demons. In the beginning, she can't stop talking about how depressed and useless she feels, but in the end, Mitzi gives her the courage to continue with her life.
Now, I've forgiven the world and myself too. I teach myself to smile again. One day I'll get there. I know I will.
I think I'll give the cat lady 7 rubber chickens with pulleys in the middle. So now I'm one step closer to the infamous Harvester. But first, let's take a look at a game that I've been meaning to do for a while, which looks very much like the cat lady and also features cats.